So what is flipped learning or flipped classroom? Well, to understand what flipped learning or flipped classroom is, we must first understand what or how learning takes place. So in learning, there are actually two main parts: the content, where it could be facts, knowledge, or procedures, okay, where they learn, and the application of that fact, knowledge, or procedure, where they apply, say for example, they solve a maths problem. So that's application of their learning. And traditionally, we teach the content in class, where we deliver a lecture to teach and to share and to explain the content, the procedures, the facts, the knowledge. And that in the traditional 1 hour lesson, usually that will take about 30 to 40 minutes. And then the last 10 to 20 minutes will be for the application, where they will actually do the work. They will try and apply what they've learned in class and do it. Now, but usually because of the lack of time, we will have to send them home with homework, where we will tell them, okay, please go home and apply whatever you've learned in class at home. If we look at Bloom's revised taxonomy, we actually realize that content, or learning or understanding of the content, is actually very simple, because it just requires them to remember and understand, and that belongs to the lower order thinking skills. While the application of learning is actually of a much more higher order thinking, where they need to apply, analyze, evaluate, and eventually we want them to create a product, create their own knowledge. So we are actually sending our kids home with the work that requires higher order thinking. And it's not surprising that a lot of kids, they look like this when they are doing their homework, because it is so difficult. Now, if they have understood what they've learned in class, then it may not be that tough. But more often than not, our kids may not have understood fully what was happening in class, or they may not be present, either physically or mentally. And so when they go home and try to apply what they have learning, they will realize that, boy, this is tough. And if they have help at home, fine and good, they can ask for help. But if not, then they'll just be looking around and it's like, I have no one to help me. And so eventually what they will say is, okay, fine, I'll just give up. And they will either hand in a blank piece of work, don't hand in the work at all, copy from their friends, or just do it wrongly and then just wait for it to be marked and do corrections. So this is not efficient, this is not effective. And so what is flipped learning? So flipped learning is basically what we do when we flip this whole thing around, where we take the homework and flip it with the in-class work. The homework will be where they learn the content, and then they come to class, they will apply what they've learned. Not so clear? Let me show you how it may look like. So homework will be them watching a video, very much like what you are watching now, of me or the teacher recording themselves explaining the facts, the knowledge, the procedure, explaining the content. And when they come to class, now this is where, after they have learned the content, they will now come together to apply what they've learned by solving problems, working on projects, and doing lots of fun and interesting things together. And the beauty of this is their friends are around. I have people around me to help. My teacher is there. If I need help, I just raise my hands, ask for help, and as a teacher, I can help them on a very personal basis. Okay? So I've listed one pro. What are some other pros that you may think of, or what are some cons? What are some challenges? Or is there something that you are worried about when it comes to flipped learning? Let's discuss this together.